Let's do 10 Swedish words, movies that got weird titles in Swedish.
My name is not Sven, it is Martin, ja.
So yes, I got an email from one of my viewers, Louise from Brazil, and she asked if I could do a video where I talk about, movie titles that were translated or adapted into Swedish in a weird kind of way. Apparently that is also a thing in Brazil, so let's do it. I found 10 titles, let's go. And the first one is a Mel Brooks film, The Producers, which would have been Producenterna in Swedish, but the title was instead The Våras för Hitler. Springtime for Hitler, which is also sort of part of the film, because it's what the play in the film is about, and it's also what the film was called. But other Mel Brooks films after that was also called De Våras för Rymden, De Våras för Frankenstein, and so on and so on, and we'll get back to one of those later in this video. Groundhog Day, very good film, was called Måndag hela veckan. Monday all the week through. Måndag hela veckan. And then we have National Lampoon's Vacation, which in Swedish was Ett päron till farsa, meaning a pear as a dad. Now, päron is both a fruit, but it's also slang for parent in Swedish. It comes, I think, from perron, the French word. Then we have Shark Tale, which in Swedish became Hajar som hajar, which means sharks that get it, because to haja something is to understand something, and sharks, in plural, is haja. So obviously a wordplay, hajar som hajar. Then we have Made in Manhattan, which in Swedish was Kärleken checkar in, love checks in. Then we have one of my favorite films from the 80s as a kid, The Goonies, which in Swedish was Dödsskallegänget, which could be translated to Skull Gang, The Skull Gang, or if you take it like step by step, Death Head Gang, The Death Head Gang, Dödsskallegänget. Then we have License to Kill, which is a weird story because the Swedish title for that Bond film was Tid för hämnd, Time for Revenge. And the reason they couldn't use like a direct translation is that the first James Bond film, Dr. No, in Swedish was actually called Agent 007 with the right, or the license to kill, with the right to kill. So they've already used that title, so they were like, okay, time for revenge. Next up is My Blue Heaven, and in Swedish, Hur jag lärde en FBI-agent att dansa marengo. How I taught an FBI agent to dance marengo. No need for words. And then we have Forgetting Sarah Marshall, which in Swedish was simply dumpad, dumped. And then we have what we began with having a series of films named basically the same thing, and this pertains to Goldie Hawn movies, which often started with Tjejen som, the girl who, and in, for example, Foul Play, we have Tjejen som visste för mycket, the girl who knew too much. And there we have it, 10 films that had very different titles in Swedish as opposed to the originals. So give me examples of films in your language that were translated into something that if you translate it back to English, it's kind of weird. Thank you for watching. I'll see you the next time you click on one of my videos. Bye!